Hey everybody, welcome back to our page. So it's Pantry Challenge Day 20 and we are in the kitchen. So let me just tell you, if you've been following us for any length of time, you know on Tuesday night we actually gained a new member of our family. Her name is Sandy Grace and we are excited to have her. But adding a new member to your family really kind of throws a monkey wrench in the dynamics of how things work, because you and your family already have a set routine, and it's pretty much, you know, having a puppy is really like having a baby. And with the nighttime feedings, and in this case the nighttime letting out, we have experienced some things, but it's all been good. We love her. She's an amazing asset to our family. I'm thankful that we got her now, because I don't think we would have been ready for her before now. So it just worked out really, really well. But anyway, my son called me as he was getting ready to come home. He said, "Mom, are you cooking?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what you want?" He said, "Whatever you cooking, I'm eating." So I was like, "Okay." And we went over so many things that we could potentially have. And I said, "Well, what about chicken and gravy?" Because it's kind of cool here, and I think something to warm your bones would be really good. So I'm going to throw together a quick chicken and gravy, and I just want to bring you along as I do it. So let me tell you what I've got going here. In this fry pan, I've got one large onion, and all I've done is sauteed it, and it is nicely sauteed. To this, I'm going to add the chicken, but I'll show you what I have working over here. This morning, I showed the cauliflower rice, and it's, I think, 0 Weight Watcher points. I didn't scan the package because it's a herb and butter, so it may actually be some points. I'm going to scan it to see. But I just added to the cauliflower rice, I put another bag in here, and then I added a whole bag of broccoli. So the broccoli is no points. It does have a herb and butter seasoning on the rice, but I'm going to add to that a little bit of taco seasoning. This is 40% less sodium taco seasoning, but just to give it a teeny bit of a kick, and I only added just the tiniest little bit. So this is on low heat. It doesn't have to do anything with the exception of just continue to cook away. Now in the background, what you hear, my son is putting together the kennel for the puppy. We went out tonight to get her shots, but we actually ended up not getting the shots and just we made an appointment to actually do the whole puppy evaluation workup, whatever. Hey Jack, will you bring Mama the kitchen rag so I can wipe off the stove? So we ended up not getting that for her tonight, but we do have an appointment for next week. So thank you so much, lovely. I appreciate it. You're such a good helper. I'm keeping you. I'll shake that in the sink, and then would you get me just a clean and fresh rag? All right, to this pot, pan, now that my onions are nicely sauteed, I'm going to add in some Purdue Shortcuts. This is chicken breast that I had gotten from, I think it was a manager's special markdown, or it was on sale of some kind. So I really don't know. I don't remember, but I had it in the freezer. So it was honey roasted chicken. And then we have another one that's buffalo style, and I'm just putting it, it's all in. All in. It's not going to matter because we like it all in around here. And to this, now this is frozen. So it is going to take a little bit of time to cook, but I'm going to help it along because I'm going to put some gravy in here. And the gravy is going to help it cook a little bit faster. So I had one more packet of the beef roast gravy. And to my onions, I added in just a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic seasoning, and onion powder. And I'm going to actually find, a bowl. This is a bowl that I want to use because I want to actually stir this. I want to stir this. Jack, will you come take that trash for Mommy? I want to stir it before I put it in here because the chicken is frozen and it might be a little bit harder to stir with it frozen. So I'm going to just, right here, lovely, over there. Thank you. So 1 3/4 cups of water, 1 packet of the beef roast gravy, and I'm simply just going to stir this to get the gravy all mixed in, and then it's going right into the pan with the 2 packages of the chicken breast cuts. One is just a honey roasted and one is a buffalo chicken style. And then to complement that, we did add in some of the taco seasoning into the cauliflower rice. I actually watch a lady, her name is Shelly, and on YouTube she has a channel called Shelly's Home Life, and she does the cauliflower rice. And then my sister called me last week, and she's like, hey, you ever heard about that cauliflower rice? So I actually was in the grocery store the other day, and I picked it up. We went to Walmart. Where did we get that at? Walmart? Thinking maybe Walmart. So anywho, this is going for the kids. Now, we were able to scan our gravy, and for a 1/4 cup of gravy, it's 1 Weight Watcher point. And for, let's see, a 1/2 cup of the chicken, it's 1 Weight Watcher point. So this is what we have to work with. And I'm just going to let this slow simmer until that chicken separates and defrosts. And that's pretty much all that I'm going to do here. Now, the rice, the cauliflower rice looks really good. Nothing spectacular there. I don't think I'm going to add anything else because I think this will be simply enough. But I am going to cook something for Mom, because I did not get all of my Weight Watchers points in today. So I got in 7 points. When I packed my lunch this morning, I thought that my lunch was going to be 12 points. But when I looked, I miscalculated my chicken, and the 3 ounces of the Italian style tomato basil chicken was only 1 point. It was 3 ounces for 1 point, so I was off calculations. And then I did not eat my tuna from earlier, so I'm going to eat this tuna tonight. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Now, I have this Nature's Own. This is the Life bread. It's 40 calories. It's the honey wheat. And for each slice of bread, you get 1 Weight Watcher point. Now, normal bread, the wheat kind that we eat, which is also Nature's Own, is 2 points per slice. So this one is a little better because I can actually have a whole sandwich, because it's just 2 pieces of bread for 2 points instead of 1 piece of bread. Now, I did have 1 Laughing Cow cheese, but I'm going to have another cheese because I'm going to put this on my bread when it pops, and then I'm going to put my tuna, which is the hot buffalo style, on the bread. So I'm not making a tuna melt quite because I'm not putting it in the fry pan, but I could. And so altogether I've got 2, 3, that's 4 Weight Watchers points. So that still only gives me 11, and I still have 22 left. So I do think that I'm going to actually have 2 pieces of the roasted garlic and Italian herb fish, the Gordon's fish, and this is 5 Weight Watcher points per slice. So I'm going to do 2 pieces of this, which will give me 10 points. 11, 12, 13, 14, and I'm still going to have 11 points. And I'm going to have some of the cauliflower rice as well. So I'm going to put this in the oven, in the microwave, so it can go ahead and microwave. And I ate today. I ate the chicken with the broccoli that I had taken. I ate the pieces of ham that I took. I ate the 1 piece of the Laughing Cow cheese. I had the Jell-O. I had my little itty bitty pretzels today. So I had food. I just didn't get my tuna in. I think my tuna was the only thing that I didn't get in it. I think it's the only thing I brought back in my lunchbox. But I'm going to microwave this for, let me see. Microwave. Doesn't tell me how many. It says cooking directions. Cook it in your conventional oven, but I'm not going to cook it in my conventional oven. I'm going to microwave it for, let's see, 2 minutes maybe. We'll see how that works. In the meanwhile, I'm going to work my chicken around. I'm actually going to turn that up just a smidge. And I do want this gravy to be kind of thick, which it is, and I may add a little bit of the non-fat cream. Hey Bubba, will you take the stool back? And let's start loading the dishwasher, please. So let me get the half and half, because I just want to add a little bit of creaminess to this. but loosen it up some. And I probably could add in some water as well. But this is going to go good because it's going to go right over top of that cauliflower rice. Oh, see, it's breaking up that chicken nicely because it was frozen. I forgot to take it out because we had to get to the vet's office by 3:30. And then the kids had to be at Taekwondo by 4:30. And after we left Taekwondo, so let me tell you how the Lord works. Okay, right? So I love to brag on Jesus because he is like my #1 fan. Let's get the dishes put up, bud. I'm his #1 fan. He don't have no. I'm his fan. So after we left Taekwondo, we knew we needed to go by PetSmart to look for the baby a kennel. And the only reason we did that is because the gentleman that I got her from is loaning us the kennel that she came in. And I did not have time this week to get by there to look for her one. And I absolutely believe that's the Lord, because God is always going to look out for his people. And I'm telling you, you can't change my mind about it. It's just how it is. So I knew I could go tonight. I knew I had more time tonight than I had any other night of the week. And this is coming together nicely. My chicken is still kind of frozen, but it's still going to be okay. So this is my fat-free half and half for 2 tablespoons. It is 0 Weight Watchers points. But I'm only adding in just, that may be 2 tablespoons. And then I'll add in, hey Bubba, will you give me just a little hair of water here? And then take this as well, because that's going. So my fish is done. I need a little bit of water in the pink cup. Thank you. Just a little. I don't need a lot. But this is actually making that sauce not as brown. Thank you so much. And take this, please, because we're done with that. Okay. And I want to loosen it up enough so that the chicken cooks and gets done. But I want it to be creamy because I want it to feel like home. You know, when you're eating, I think it should feel like home. What would probably make this though would be some shrooms, but I don't have any. So my daughter's giving me the face about shrooms, so maybe she's not loving that idea. But I think if you added it in, nobody would know but you who added it in. So we're going to clean up a little bit. Anyway, back to PetSmart. So, nope. We went to look for the kennel. So, of course, you know, Grace is so cute. And people are like, oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. So, we can hardly even move through PetSmart without getting stopped by people. So, I'm standing there and I'm talking to someone. And they're like, oh, okay, this is the type of kennel you want. So, go back here and look. It's this way. So we go back there and I'm telling you, the kennels were exactly what we needed, but this ain't the month for, this is not the time of the month for those prices. And it was like, oh my God. I think the cheapest one we saw was like $49, but it was only like 24 inches. She's going to grow out of that because being a lab beagle mix, she could be between a medium and an extra large kennel. So we don't know how big she's going to get. And then to make a purchase of that magnitude for that price, it's like, God, I gotta be sure what I'm buying here, because this just might not, you know, I can't spend this money twice. So we looked around and the prices kept going up and up. And I finally said, you know what? Let me text Randy, who's the man we got the puppy from, and I said, hey, you know, do you mind if we keep the kennel for just a few more days? Because I need to actually get paid before I can buy her a kennel with these prices. And so I threw the phone back in my purse, didn't pay it no more attention. And we were heading out. And I was like, gosh, I really need that kennel, but I cannot afford it. And someone says to me, well, they'll price match your kennel. And I was like, oh, man, okay. So when you go online, a 36-inch kennel is $40.99. Well, a 24-inch kennel in the store was $75 or $85 or $95 depending on the brand name. And I was like, the 36-inch is $40.99 online, and they'll match my price. And then they had this thing. Let me make the sandwich while I'm still telling this. So they had this thing where you buy this coupon book, and the coupon book was $19.99. But in the book, you get a free bath and nail trim. You get a free visit to the vet. You get a free bag of food, which the food was $15 itself. You get $1 and something off a chew toy, and they just had all these great coupons. So finding out that they would price match the $40, I was like, okay, that's a plan. Let's go ahead and price match that, and then we'll get the coupon book. And so I left that store paying $67 and some odd change. And she has an appointment tomorrow to get her puppy bath, to get her nails clipped, and they're going to give her a pretty little pink bow. And we got free dog food. So that just worked out so well. And I was like, God, you really... See, God knows what you need when you need it. And I did not have $100 and some just for the kennel, not including all the other stuff. The bath on top of the kennel, you know, she wasn't going to get a bath. We was just going to have to do it at home. And, you know, I would have gotten the right shampoo and stuff, but I would not have been able to afford to let her go to their groomers and let them groom her, clip her toenails and all of that. So for $67, because I had, the kennel was $40.99, and inside of the coupon book was a $7 off any kennel you get. So I was like, praise the Lord. So I ended up paying $33 for the kennel. And then we got her a little chew toy because she's teething, and we got $1.50 off of that. And then the kids wanted to get her a nice little cute outfit. So we ended up getting her a cute little outfit, and that was 75% off. So I was like, God, you really know what we need when we need it. And it would have been totally fine for her to, you know, keep living in that kennel. But I didn't want to put him out. And when I went back and looked at my text messages, he was like, no, just keep it as long as you need to. But this way, I don't have to buy her anything for a good long while, and it will last her. She's only 10 weeks old, but she is going to grow. I think within the next couple months, we'll know just how big she is going to grow. But I was thankful. So here is my sandwich. This is kind of a mini tuna melt that's just not warm. If you wanted to put that in a fry pan and just flip it over a couple times, it would warm that tuna through. I'm totally fine with it the way it is, because I am going to have a little bit of the chicken and the cauliflower rice, because it's still not a lot of points. So I'm going to put that in the trash. Now let's just come back over and see where we are, because we're done. This meal is done. So I've got my chicken, and that is all done. That's in gravy. I started off with the Purdue shortcuts. I got those on Manager Special, probably $1 or so per bag, with a thing of Pioneer roasted brown gravy that I got free during Thanksgiving. Over here in this pan, I have a little bit of the broccoli and the cauliflower rice. We just added a little bit of taco seasoning, and this is all done. So everything is going off. I'm just going to show you what a plate would look like and then count up the points. So I've got my 2 pieces of fish. I've got just that little bit plus that little hair of cauliflower and broccoli. And then I get, what was it, a 1/4 cup of the gravy and a 1/2 cup of the meat. So what I'm going to do is just measure this out. This is a 1/4 cup measure. And whatever this ends up being, I'm just taking it as 1 point for the gravy, and then 1 point for the chicken. And that's going to be my meal. So 10 points, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Weight Watchers points, and I still have 9 points. So I could potentially have a dessert. I don't have anything in the house that is 9 point worthy, although I could have a rice cake with some peanut butter. This is an idea. Let's think. The Bavita crackers that I bought yesterday, they're 9 points. The other day, whenever I got them on coupon, they're 9 points. I could have one of those. and be totally okay with it. So anywho, Pantry Challenge Day 20 is in the bag. This is what we're having. We want to thank you so much for coming by our kitchen. If you have any comments, leave, if you want to know anything, leave us a comment. Like us, give us a thumbs up. We sure would appreciate it. And we'll see you next time we cook. Bye.